very happy to be with you today to lay the foundation stone for the upgradation of the national highway from Shillong to Dawaki. It gives me immense pleasure to visit this magical land of Meghalaya on my tour of the Northeast, endued with a spectacular natural beauty and a rich cultural diversity. Meghalaya has always played a key role in our national development. My warm greetings to the people of the state on this occasion. My dear sisters and brothers, this project to upgrade the highway is really a prestigious project and an important initiative of the Government of India. And this being executed, as was explained, with assistance from Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA. It is expected to provide better connectivity in the region and provide a key link within the Northeast region as well as with our friendly neighbor, Bangladesh. This road will also give a fillip to the tourism industry in the state and help in the overall development of Meghalaya. Because connecting to Chittagong port, making it easy to travel, will definitely increase trade and commerce manifold. I am also aware that many other projects such as the two-laning of Tura-Dalu section, two-laning of the Ranikor Maheshkula Bhaghamara section, among others, are being planned and implemented in the state, in addition to the Shillong Western Bypass, which is at the planning stage. And you have also heard just now the Honorable Minister of Road Transport, Sri Nitin Gadkari, is favorably considering many of the other projects of the state of Meghalaya. And he was mentioning about the initiative taken by the Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Konark Sangma, of bringing the need to have greater connectivity in this region, and the Government of India positively accepting this, many of these suggestions will definitely take the state towards the momentum for progress. There is a need to fast-track all these developmental activities in the Northeast. Northeast states are very dearer to the people of the country. They are dearer to the Prime Minister. When I told the Prime Minister I am planning to visit Northeast, of course I have been earlier, but again I said in the 4th year of my tenure, I would like to go to Northeast and cover as many states as possible. He said, please consider whether you can continuously cover all the states and stay there. Yes, I have planned a 12-day program in Northeast, and I will be spending night halts in all the states in order to understand the problems, see the developmental momentum that is taking place, initiatives of various state government, program implementation, and also have interaction with people and also meet the distinguished people who are achievers in their respective fields, and partly visiting some of the institutions. This is broadly my tour. So I am here after inaugurating, attending some major programs in Assam. I have come here to Shillong. Thanks to the weather, it has not allowed the helicopter to come on time, so I had to travel by road, and I could see the beauty of the state because I came all the way by road, seeing and enjoying the beauty of the state. In order to enhance the connectivity in other northeastern states region, the government have been implementing various projects under the Special Accelerated Road Development Program for Northeast. SARDP Northeast and the Bharatmala Pariyojana. I am told about 3,850 kilometers have been already awarded and 2,850 kilometers completed under SARDP Northeast and the Bharatmala Pariyojana. 2,180 kilometers, 18 kilometers have been awarded and 4,541 kilometers have been completed so far. I compliment the Ministry of Road Transport. See, Nitin Gadkari is a doer. He has a vision. Guiding the country, the Prime Minister wants to fast forward the development. And he has given a 3-line mantra: reform, perform and transform. Transformation of the nation, transformation of the lives of the people. That is on the top agenda of the Prime Minister. Taking clue from the Prime Minister, the Road Transport Minister is really doing a great job. As I could see, there is a determined effort. I was also a minister earlier during Atal Bihari Vajpayee's period, looking after rural development, Panchayat Raj. I had the occasion to visit the state and spend time with Sri late P.S. Sangma. Was a versatile parliamentarian, great personality, a very affectionate individual with whom I had a very close relation. We are missing him today, but the dynamism he has displayed, the work he has done for the development of this region, the issues he has taken up in Indian Parliament and with the Government of India, as Minister, as Speaker, they will be remembered forever. My dear friends, Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee has started that Golden Quadrilateral project. Golden Quadrilateral project was a very important initiative connecting the entire country, highway, across the country. And he has also taken initiative to have Pradhana Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. Connecting to the village, connecting to the last mile also is important. Because if there is no road, development cannot reach to village. So these two programs are very important. And now, following that spirit, the Prime Minister Sri Narendra Bhai Modi has taken up this Bharatamala project. Connecting road, connecting waterways, connecting airways, air connectivity, highway connectivity, rural connectivity, tele-connectivity, television connectivity, port connectivity are all vital. I am happy that all this connectivity program has gained the momentum and it's moving forward. Once all these projects are completed, I can be assuring you that India will be joining the top developed nations of the world. So it is our duty to see that these projects, for which huge funds are given from Delhi, they are completed at the earliest. The duty is cast upon the local administration, the state governments, and the executive agencies to see that there is no delay, that there is no diversion in any of these programs. Because, as I told you, Centre is providing a lot of funds and also organizing funds for development of northeastern states. These states together have the potential to become growth engines of the country. Without development of Northeast, you cannot say the country is developed. Development is incomplete without the development of Northeast. It is important to ensure that the benefits reach the targeted beneficiaries through an effective delivery mechanism. Digital technology can be a force multiplier in direct and timely transfer of the benefits. Reaching out the people, delivery mechanism, they are very important along with connectivity. The Prime Minister wants to have a special focus. You might have seen in the recent past how many central ministers are visiting the states. because the Prime Minister is keen that the minister should visit states, go to districts and see the development, understand the local aspirations and also take care of the shortcomings, if any, and have greater consultation and dialogue with the states. Because we have to work as a team India, center, state and local bodies up to panchayats. We must all work as a team India, then only the progress will be accelerated. I suggest for the proper development of the northeastern states, you need peace. Peace is the prerequisite for progress. I am happy that the insurgency is coming to an end. There is every need to put down the insurgency, to have a dialogue with these groups and see to it that they give up arms, join the peace process. Because what is required is the peace, which is the prerequisite for progress of the people. Progress of the people, all-round development of the people, education, health, employment opportunities, connectivity. These are all very vital to the people of Northeast because of the fear of the gun, because of insurgency, because of blockades, because so many things were obstructed. Now, it is time that we must utilize this peaceful atmosphere and create a proper ecosystem for the development of the state in a fast-track manner. Transparency, accountability, transparency, everything should be transparent. People should know what is happening. This road, how many kilometers, what are the material used? People should have the information. Second, accountability. People who are in charge of these programs, they should be held accountable. The engineers, the administrators, the contractors, the people who are the executive agency, everybody should be made accountable. They have to account for the amount that has been given and the work they are doing. And also zero tolerance to corruption. Corruption is the enemy of development. There should be zero tolerance towards corruption. And also, now we have the advantage of digital technology. Everything has to be made online so that there is no need for a line. Going and standing in a line, waiting for your turn, standing in line, greeting people, meeting people, shaking hands and doing something in between hand should be totally avoided, totally avoided. Benefit should reach the people directly. Pension should reach the people directly. Compensation should reach the people directly. PDS, public distribution system, it should also reach the people directly. Whatever benefits the central government is giving, whatever benefits the state government is giving, it should go directly to the people's pocket. This should be the motto of the government. I am sure the state government, and here I am there in Meghalaya, you have a young and dynamic chief minister, that the progress will be accelerated and the development reaches the people. My dear friends, the Northeast has got a natural beauty and a rich cultural diversity. If beauty is combined with duty, then you can become mighty. This has to be understood by one and all. Meghalaya has always played a key role in our national development. My warm greetings to the people of the state on this occasion. This project is not only prestigious, as it was explained, it's very, very useful. The other projects which have been mentioned, they should also be accelerated. In order to enhance the connectivity in Northeast states, the government have been implementing several programs. I don't want to enunciate all of them now and take your time. But my stress is expedite, execute, perform better, improve the living conditions of the people. Because the connectivity is a catalyst for development of economic growth of the people. A good road network is crucial to enhance the commerce and trade, ease the transportation of goods and services, and promote interstate connectivity. Roads are thus the lifeline of any modern economy. One of the persistent issues with the roads in this topography is their continued maintenance. This should be given due priority by governments and local authorities along with the road extension and widening. The terrain of the region too limits the scope of availability of land for construction and widening of roads and highways. The rainy months in states like Meghalaya often hinder road construction activities and completion of projects. All these issues call for innovation in the design and construction of roads in a hilly topography. Technical institutions around the country must take this as an opportunity and challenge and bring out better road designs while cutting down on the implementation period. Given the complexities of road connectivity in the region, the connectivity is certain and important aspect of connecting Northeast in this regard. I am happy to note that there has been a marked improvement in connecting Shillong to other cities through direct flights under the regional connectivity scheme. I wish to see more direct flights from and to the Northeast. Once this COVID situation is improved, the air connectivity also will resume fully, and then you will have connectivity with the rest of the country. My dear sisters, and brothers, one of the biggest positive outcomes of better infrastructure and connectivity is that of increased tourism. There is a huge tourist potential. The lake, which I saw while coming here, beautiful, wonderful. And people, whoever comes, they will definitely fall in love with that nature's beauty. And they prefer to stay and see more places. There are many more places like that in the Northeast, particularly in Meghalaya. As I told you, yours is a beautiful state with huge tourism potential which needs to be tapped to its fullest. I am sure the completion of this project will also give a major boost to the tourism of Meghalaya. The state and central governments have been striving to improve the infrastructure, increasing tourist footfall. Many new places with high tourism potential are being discovered. Tourism, there is no need to go to other countries. There is so much potential. There are beautiful, wonderful places in India. It will take a lifetime to cover all this. So I call upon the people, visit India, visit Northeast, enjoy the hospitality, enjoy the beauty of the nature in this region, unpolluted. Our pristine ecological systems are not disturbed. This should be the important aspect to be kept in mind. So there has to be a fine balance between tourism and development and also environment. Sisters and brothers, I am glad to note that over the years, Meghalaya has also been diversifying its economy by promoting agro-entrepreneurship. Given the large areas in the state under horticulture, this gives immense opportunities to budding entrepreneurs for adding value to supply chain. In this regard, I am aware that the government here has started an innovative Prime Hub initiative to encourage entrepreneurship among the youth and also to equip them with skill-based learning. This will contribute towards building an Atmanirbhar Bharat. A good instance of agro-entrepreneurship is the huge demand created for Lakadong turmeric and ginger powder from the state, earning global reputation in recent times. Similarly, there is a great opportunity to market and showcase our other indigenous horticultural varieties to the world. We need to improve our productivity, packaging, ensure highest quality assessment, improve infrastructure, and handhold our small farmers to ensure that their products get the right price in the marketplace. We need to encourage our youth to take up agro-entrepreneurship in a big way. Sisters and brothers, upgradation of this road and the resultant improved connectivity gains significance. In this wider context, Together with determined efforts, we can fast-track development of Meghalaya in various sectors and do justice to the hard-working and diligent people of this beautiful state. Before I conclude, I would like to take a moment to congratulate Mrs. Rebecca Vanessa Suchiong here for becoming the first indigenous woman Chief Secretary of Meghalaya. It's really a great achievement. Indigenous woman Chief Secretary of Meghalaya. That shows there is so much potential. You have to give, you have to recognize, and you have to encourage. And in our society, we have 50% of the population as women. Women should be given their due. They should be given weightage in education. They should be given weightage in employment. They should be given weightage in forces. They should be given weightage everywhere. They will prove that they are better to do any of the jobs. Her achievement will inspire many more young boys and girls of Meghalaya to take up government service as a career in the coming days. I once again congratulate the ministry. I am happy to be here to lay the foundation stone for upgradation of NH40 between Shillong to Dwaki. I congratulate the ministry, central government as well as state government. I wish all success for this landmark project and hope that it will be completed within the planned time frame. Planned time frame. My best wishes to the people of Meghalaya. Khuble Mithela. Jai Hind.